This is the 1,000,000th attempt to make a YouTube video for Resale Goods, my reselling business that I've been doing for over 5 years. No, not over 5 years. It will be 5 years in January. So about 5 years ago, I was sitting on my couch on Christmas or on New Year's Eve thinking about how in the world I could generate extra income for my family. At the time, it was to get out of medical debt. Working at a nonprofit, and a guy that I went to church with was doing reselling, and it seemed to be generating some extra income for him, and I thought maybe I'll try that. And I had a rule that I have developed for my life of only starting things that I can do or am willing to do for 5 years. It's a little bit arbitrary, but it is with the thought process that I can't see the fruit of something taking shape for at least 5 years. I didn't want to assess my highs and lows based on short-term outcomes. And so here we are. We are 5 years in with a shaky camera. Because my van, I'm in a 300,000 mile white Toyota Sienna, and it shakes when I drive past a certain speed limit. So I'm just gonna hold the phone. But yes, here I am at 5 years, and I wanted to create a debt-free business that could pay off debt and be supplementary income. And I think it has both been a success and a failure. I think it's been a success because we have generated extra income for my family to pay bills. And what I consider to be successful additional income is income that I can rely on every month. So not just like a one-off sale, but reoccurring, based on my habits for reselling and on the averages of the business, what I can anticipate coming in every month. So in that way, it's been successful. But in the ways of being able to scale it and create a business that can exist independently of can exist as something that could maybe hire people and employ them and generate enough revenue outside of just me. I have not been able to do that. Part of it is I'm not a big fan of sourcing, so I try to find what works and continue to do that. And kind of like my monthly revenue, I want to be able to source the same place, same items every time. And so I go after those things, and I'm still working on developing those habits that can equate to maybe higher end items to generate more profit and revenue. So here we are. So I've had to think this year, am I going to continue to resell along with my day job, which is working at a nonprofit, continue to do what I'm doing, close my reselling business, or try to make a concentrated effort to improve it. And taken a few days to think about it, and I think I would like to work on improving it. So the things that I want to focus on are listing higher quality items that have a bigger return on investment, and potentially documenting the journey of the turnaround. So right now I have over 6,000 clothing items listed in my store, and I generated in gross sales in 2024 $70,000. So as you can see, I'm high volume and lower margin, it's lower margins. So I would like to turn that around, but I've been able to be consistent, which has been the key. I think one thing reselling has taught me is consistent habits, which has been helpful. So I want to continue. My eBay store is Gazelle Goods, and I would like to attempt to grow the business's profit and revenue even more in 2025, and maybe just document the journey in this shaky phone holding YouTube video style along the way, to see what I can do. Our goal now, the family goal now, is to pay off our mortgage. So we attempt to live as debt-free as we can. We subscribe to the belief that our biggest wealth-building tool is our income, which is why I'm driving a van that shakes and is paid for. Because to me, it's more worth it than buying something new right now and spending the money. So I just work on my vehicles and keep them running as we progress on this debt-free journey. So this is it. This is the first attempt to document the journey. Well, this is the 57th attempt to document the journey. I've never posted any of them, really. But I would like to have some markers to see if I can make the resale business something that is producing higher revenue for 2025. So came from an everything seller. Watched a lot of the YouTubers to help me get tips, Rally Roots and Daily Refinement, and those guys, and have niched into clothing just based on my lazy sourcing habits. And I have my mother-in-law who helps with the sourcing aspect of it. I do the business out of the basement of my house. That's where I take photos and bring the items, and then I transport them to store them at the place that I work during the day, which has been a blessing. So I don't have set goals yet for what I'm hoping to bring in revenue-wise for the year. But what I am working on right now is, of course, the key. One of the main ingredient to reselling is sourcing. So, the question that I have, and the question that everybody has who does this, is how can I source the best products? And for me, because I have a family and a daytime job that I have to honor, that I get to honor, how can I do it without spending hours on the road, sifting through items at thrift stores and things like that? So we'll see, but I've got a few ideas, just working on those things. So this is just for people who might be interested in reselling, or who just wants to see maybe a progressive journey throughout a year of what it could look like to grow a business. And really, it's more than a business. It's freedom from debt and the ability to use our life to, for us, for my family, it's our prayer is to glorify God with what we have. So here we go.